and they said this was quite popular on Leafwire the past week. So House approves more marijuana amendments to defense bill, including banking and veterans medical access. And so what types of chatter have you seen on this, Peter?
I mean, that also is, you mentioned earlier kind of the bipartisan support. There's like 70% plus. It's the only thing in America both parties agree on, pretty much.
Yeah.
But also, people don't like inflation. I think both
and $5 gas. They hate it. Yeah.
But you're not going to find almost anyone trying to tell veterans they can't have access to their medical cannabis that they've been prescribed by a doctor, or that we shouldn't be doing research on it to determine how we can more effectively help vets with PTSD or other issues, or suicidal tendencies. I mean, that's a huge issue right now with the vet community. So everyone is in support somehow of that. So I don't know. A lot of these things, I've just been shocked how long it's taken people. I mean, even the whole banking situation. Yeah. I would have thought money and control is something that's all the government cares about. I can't believe they don't want your money in their bank and to track it and to tax it and know everything about it and not have it be driven around in trucks, right. Stored in vaults and you're encouraging crime, you're encouraging the illicit market, you're encouraging.
You'll get kicked out of a bank account, and so have you had trouble finding a bank account, even though you're a complete ancillary, but you'd still be like a tier 2?
Yeah. Well, here's what actually happened to us, and actually a bunch of other cannabis companies that I know here in Denver. A bunch of us had Wells Fargo accounts, and I got my Wells Fargo letter in March of 2022, in the first month of the pandemic, telling me my account was being shut down.
Damn.
And you can imagine the last thing I want to do in March of 2020 is started going bank to bank to bank, when at that point we were trying not even to go inside, like we weren't going to the grocery stores, and all of a sudden my bank account's gone. So luckily we found through a bunch of other partners, Signature Bank of New York is a very cannabis friendly bank that has a lot of big players, some of the big VC funds bank there, and they were open arms. They, invited us in and have been great ever since. So, but yes, you wouldn't think a tech platform would get shut down randomly, but we did.
Right. No, I mean, I am always, because I've had lawyers that I work with report to me the same thing, and I'm like, whew, that's why I named the firm Collateral Base. Never seen a banker that has never loved a lot of collateral. You can never under collateralize a bank.
Well, Tom, you had issues with like Stripe on your website. So
I cannot post to Stripe. I cannot use Stripe. I can also not send texts on Twilio.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Because I'm helping change a law, and I'm facilitating a legal license. I'm not doing anything with the plant, but that one step is just too far for some really squeamish types, and I almost want to sit them down and like get that little doll. It's a cannabis puppet, and say like, okay, show me where on the plant it touched you, because why do you have this stigma against this plant? And it might just be that it's illegal, and then that just shuts off that person's brain. And so that may be why it's taken so long. Like if cannabis was just randomly found and it turned out to be trans, it would have gotten its rights in 5 minutes, because it wasn't illegal to do any of that stuff. And so I've just been so shocked how what group hasn't gotten their rights since cannabis? I mean, it's everybody's come before it, and then I'm just trying to wonder what's left.
Right. Yeah. I mean, fingers crossed that Biden actually said something about it. I mean, I hope that means something.
Yeah. Peter, do you see then, like as each law, like New York just issued another 20 licenses, do you see per state like growth in your website when it comes to like traffic and new subscribers and whatnot?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely see growth, and we also definitely see more growth in any place that legalizes. All of a sudden, you're going to pop up thousands of businesses that are interested in cannabis.
That's right.
And not just the plant touching, like all the ones I mentioned earlier. If you sell HVAC equipment, if you're in security, if you sell accounting software, you're going to say to yourself, oh, this is brand new industry. I got to, start selling to this.
Right. And everybody becomes an expert. It's just hilarious.
Yeah.
But
all right. Bye.